it is time for the video of the day. And since nobody watches these, at least they haven't watched the last 3 or 4 that I've done, I guess I can say whatever I want, right? This is kind of a supplemental to the last 2 I did, because the last one was 2 parts. One of the things that I've also noticed that is a problem in this country, and I think it's probably a problem throughout the world, is that a lot of kids today, and when I say kids, in some cases I mean young adults, and I'm not talking about everybody, because not all of them are this way. But a lot of kids today grow up thinking the world owes them a living. Now, people say it's from lack of education, it's social status that causes this. But I'll tell you what causes it. Parents. Parents cause it. Kid says, I want. Parent says, I get. A lot of parents teach their kids not through actual teaching, but just through example. That if you want something and you ask for it and you cry and whine enough and you boo-hoo and you kick your feet and have a fit, eventually you'll get it. Kids say, I want a PS4. I want a PS4. You don't need a PS4. We can't afford to get you a PS4. But I want a PS4. What's the kid end up getting? A PS4. The kid has done absolutely nothing to earn it, but he gets it anyway. And that follows the child into their adult life. Because then they begin to think that they can have whatever they want. All they got to do is cry and whine. When I was young, we called that kid spoiled. And what's bad is when the parents realize the kid's spoiled, they keep doing it anyway. Folks, if you want something, you have to earn it. Like I went into the last video, I was talking about, how I live in this 10 foot by 10 foot box, and it was showing you, what I live on, and I watch portable DVD player, play on my phone. That's my entertainment. That's what I'm going to be doing later on tonight, because I got to get over here and pick this load up and go back. And once I get back, I'm only going to have maybe 6 hours left. I don't think I pick up anything tonight. Let's see. Nope, tomorrow night. And of course, by the time tomorrow night rolls around, I'll already have a 34-hour reset in. So, but that's what we see. We see people in this world that just think that the government owes them a living. And I talked about this in the last video. That's why I said this is a supplemental, because I'm talking a lot about the last video. People that live on welfare. Now, I know personally someone who's lived on welfare their whole life. They've never really had a quote-unquote job where they've actually worked for years at this job and earned their pay. Then again, Dusty Rhodes talks about hard times when you work at a place for 30 years. They give you a gold watch and a kick in the butt and send you down the road. A lot of us that do work for a living and work our butts off to make a living, we're going to get to the end of the road and have nothing to show for it. Because our living, is like mine right now, paycheck to paycheck. We get paid on Fridays, and by Wednesday, the check we got the week before is gone. Pay bills, get groceries, whatever. And yet, Kids today, they don't understand that. They don't understand what it's like to work for a living. Now, I'm not saying all kids, because I know there's some kids out there that aren't that way. My two kids, neither one of them went to college. Okay? One of them is a forklift driver for a subsidy of General Motors. He loads and unloads auto part trucks all night. Well, all afternoon, evening. My other son works for Fernco, and he works third shift, and his supervisor, he talked about going to a different shift, and his supervisor is like, I don't want you to go to a different shift. Stay here. Because he's a hard worker. He don't sit around. If he's working on his machine and he gets ahead, he doesn't just stand there. He goes and does other things that he's got to do to prep to help make his job a little easier. My older son does the same thing. Because when they were kids, they learned what it was. Sorry about that. They learned what it meant to work for a living. They learned what it meant to get out there and earn $1, and how hard you had to work to earn that $1. And I know there's kids out there that are that way. They learned at a young age, how hard it was to make $1. But there's too many of them that don't. They don't know how hard it is to earn $1. They don't understand the difficulties and how hard it is to earn $1 in this world. It's not easy. Well, that's another problem that we have. People that think the world owes them something. The world owes you nothing. If you want it, you got to go out and get it. You've got to earn it. You want respect, you earn it. Okay? You want to buy a house, you earn it. You want to buy a car, you earn it. You want a computer, you earn it. You want some kind of a video game, whether it's a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox 360 One or whatever, you earn it. You go out, you work, you get the money, you earn it. But too often today, it's just handed to them. Just another little supplemental on the video of the day. Like I said, since nobody watches these, I guess I can say whatever I want. Just as a side note, as you can probably tell from the video here, No Shave November is coming along pretty good. I don't know. Beard's coming in pretty good. It is, well, I'm doing this video on the 6th of November. So I still got, 3 more weeks? 3 weeks and a couple days to go. We'll see what this ends up at by the end of November. I don't know if I'll keep it into December or not. It's going to depend on how cold it gets. Because if it gets too cold, I can keep my face warm. Some of these stores I go into, man, you got to ring the bell 7 or 8 times. You got to call them 3 or 4 times. Get them to come up the door. You're standing out in the cold for 20 minutes, half hour. I was in Rolla, Missouri about this time yesterday, and it was 70 degrees. It was hot. It was humid. 70 degrees and humid. I'm in Iowa now. I'm just west of Des Moines. And I got up here in Iowa, I'm watching the temp on my truck, the outside temperature on my truck. And the further north I went, the colder it got. By the time I got to my last store at like 2:30 this morning, it was like 26 degrees. I'm standing outside the back door. I got my black, Dickies jacket on, but it wasn't warm enough. I have to break out the sweatshirt. In any event, don't forget to comment, like, and share. Hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe to my YouTube page. That way you'll never miss an episode of the video of the day, and I don't think anybody misses it anyway because nobody watches them. But I'll keep doing them. I'll keep doing them until somebody tells me not to. Or until I die, whichever comes first. So until next time, this is Greg the Crazy Trucker saying, see ya!